Hey YouTubers, and welcome to Bevan's Builds. I know I haven't posted a lot of things here lately, but I wanted to start out a series of videos on how to build a pole barn. Now, the first thing I want to discuss, because I am currently having a 30 by 60 pole barn built on my property, as you can see here, and I actually kind of messed up. I meant to do a video yesterday so that way there'd be a little more in depth of how things are going. But what it was is this is actually only day 2 of this pole barn being built, and as you can see, it is going up extremely quickly. And I want to discuss how and why and where and what they've done. What it is the first day they started by putting the corners in and getting everything square. They used a laser level to get everything square, and then once they had everything squared up, what they did is they went through, and where you see each post is right now, they had put an orange mark on it, on the center of it, to where the post had to go into the ground. Now, I am always at work, unfortunately, while the work is being done, but anyway, I wanted to show you how they drill those holes for those posts. This is the auger that they use to drill the hole, and if I'm not mistaken, that is 30 inches across. And this is the attachment that they hook to the front of the Bobcat, and then they put this auger bit into this head here, and then they line up on the marks like I told you before, and they go ahead and drill. And as you can see here, they came up with a little bit of ingenuity, and they have a level strapped to this, so that way as they are drilling the post holes, they are perfectly level as they're going. Now once those holes are drilled, which helps them speed their process along quite a bit, what they do is they put one of these cookies, I might be calling that the wrong word, but that's what I've always called them, a cookie or a pancake, I guess. But all that is it's like a 28-inch round piece of concrete, and they drop that in the bottom of each one of these holes that these posts goes into. Now once you drop that down into the hole like so, what they do is they put a little aggregate around that, they pour a little concrete to kind of set the post into place, and you have what you have here. And then what they did, as you can see, they put the purlins up, and then they put these cross member supports in until everything's cured, so that way it gets a good setting in there. Now while that's setting, I'm sure tomorrow they're going to be starting on finishing, that would be your header up there. And just for those of you that aren't familiar with any of the terminology that I'm using, the 2x4s that are going horizontally on the pole barn is what they refer to as a purling. But anyway, as you can see, like I said, this is only day 2 of the process. They did do a little excavating over here because you want a nice level surface to build on, and they want to keep the building nice and level. So what they ended up doing is they excavated some of the dirt over here, and then they took that dirt and they put it down at this end, and then compacted it down, which is also why you can see the Bobcat is inside of the building right now, because they are packing the base also for the concrete pad that'll be getting poured in there. Anyway, that is just a real quick explanation of what they are doing and why they're doing. Like I said, after they get the headers up, the next thing that's going to be going up, if you look over here, there is a pile of trusses, and those trusses will be going on top of those headers. And what those trusses are, they are 32 feet across on a span. And the reason those trusses are 32 feet is because I wanted a 1-foot overhang on every side of the building. And for those that want to understand what the 1 inch or 1 foot overhang is, typically when you build a building, any building, the minimum is a 1 foot overhang. Now with a pole barn, typically you don't have an overhang, but I'm kind of old school and I like to stick with the old school methods of building. And for me, you have to have a 1 foot overhang, and the purpose for that overhang is because you don't want the rain running off the roof directly down the side of the building, or just running directly off the roof and beating on the foundation around the building, because that'll cause premature erosion, and it can also cause premature rot on your posts. So that is the reason that I have the 1 foot overhang going onto this pole barn. Anyway, that is all for this particular build. I will be covering a lot on the electrical and things of that nature on the interior of this build, as I will be doing all that work myself. I have some different techniques that I'll be discussing and showing and explaining as I go along. So stay tuned to this channel if you are interested in that type of thing. Also, something else that I do have planned once I get this building up and finished, I'm going to start making some what some people would refer to as steampunk furniture. I'll be using a lot of the parts and whatnot that I have left in my garage to make some unique furniture, and I will be selling that on a site that I'm going to be having getting set up here soon as well. So as always, which this is only my third video, but as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Builds. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below, and we'll see you next time on Bevan's Builds.